The Evil Within 2 released at a weird point in time for gaming. Story games were kinda scarce, and horror games even scarcer. 4 years since GTA 5 and Rockstar was still a year away from releasing Peak. The Switch had just come out and carried the entire year. I mean, it wasn't even really a contest. But horror games were especially in the dump, the indie genre completely carrying that scene. And the entire gaming space was still adjusting with the release of Fortnite, and the new live service model for every single game ever made. Story games were sort of at a standstill, and around that time, The Evil Within 2 came out, released at a point in time where I personally wasn't very aware of new games on the horizon. The gaming space somewhat out of my mind, besides, I had no internet, or money, and then was making Call of Duty videos. But over the years I've heard a lot of different sentiments about the sequel, but I'll boil the two biggest sides down. One, it's a terrible sequel, with way too many changes, even down to the fantastic voice actor of the original. Or two, it's a fantastic sequel that turns everything the previous game did up an extra level that begs for a third entry. So that would be the goal of this video, going through the history of development as well as breaking down the entire game from start to finish, with a completely fresh and unspoiled view. But before we start, if you'd be so kind to let me give you a little gamer history. Developed in less than 3 years on the new STEM engine, they would begin development in March 2015 after the first game's DLC wrapped up. It would release in October 2017 to very mixed reviews. Shinji would step down as the director and supervise the project instead, handing the position to Johannes, I don't know. A visual effects designer from the first game. With not much directing experience, this was probably a big undertaking for him. Thankfully, he had a lot of help in the team. They also switched the voice actor from the original, but we'll get into that later. The main goal for the story writers, Shioji and Trent, was to make the game more logical. About as logical as a game about shifting realities and demon monsters can be. Released at a time where the very game Shinji Mikami created back in the day would burst back into the spotlight, and steal all of said spotlight. Resident Evil 7. Coming out of nowhere, this behemoth of a franchise was back in a whole new perspective, completely drowning out most of the noise surrounding The Evil Within 2. The Evil Within 2 would do a lot of things that fans of the series wouldn't love. Or, at least that's what I thought before playing the game. Realistically, this game only changes a few things from the original, while adding and enhancing everything else. The main thing that does change are barely even present in the game, the open area sections, but we'll get there. They wanted to make the game's story easier to understand and more personal to the characters, rather than just something they were dropped into, more psychological than shock value. It's not perfect by any means, it's rough around some of its edges, sometimes uncanny valley, and sometimes just plain cringe.
I could use some help out there.
No way. I told you I wasn't going to leave this place. Evil out there.
That may be, but there's evil within, too.
But I genuinely believe this game was ahead of its time in 2017. And I know that might sound a little crazy, but if you'll dive into this story with me, I think you'll find a new appreciation for this game and the series as a whole. Because this game does what I think is most important for a sequel. It makes the original game better. Hear me out. It starts off fast. Sebastian coming face to face with the fire, the one that took his daughter from him.
No, this is not happening.
Running into the burning house like a good father would. This clearly isn't real, and we are too late.
How did this happen?
I don't know.
You weren't here for me, Dad.
I tried. Sebastian wakes up from a drunken-induced nightmare in the bar. Sebastian in HD looking pretty good. Our boy! Kidman on the other side of the table. She looks completely different, but she still has her purple eyes.
Kidman?
Huh? That does not look like Kidman. We get the first listen to the new voice actor for Sebastian. It takes me a while to get used to it, but the new guy does a good job.
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
Marcus Bobashik? It sucks that they didn't bring the original voice actor Anson Mount back. It doesn't really make sense why they changed it. Anson Mount seemed to really enjoy working on it. My guess is they decided to go with someone with more experience in voice acting. This game is more emotional and requires a little bit more performance than the first, so I'm assuming he was let go. Nobody has really said anything about it from what I can find, so. Sebastian recalls Beacon and a psychologist the police force made him see after the incident.
You knew what was gonna happen in that hospital, didn't you?
What happened at Beacon is in the past. You need to forget it.
You sound just like that psychologist the force shoved down my throat.
He also mentions Mobius, the company that ran the experiments at Beacon.
You're gonna tell me about Mobius?
Morbius? The second that name is muttered, the men in black turn around. It's the dudes in the suits. I don't even know. What are these guys doing here, bro? Kidman drops an absolute bombshell.
Lily's still alive.
We are 2 seconds into the game, and wow. Sebastian spiraling.
I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play.
He's tweaking.
Lily is alive, and she's with us, but she's in danger. We need you to help save her.
Absolutely destroys the men in black.
Get your hands off me!
It's the Morbius agents. Oh my god. Before, once again, we get a needle in her neck. Subdued, they have Sebastian again. We have to go back down the rabbit hole.
We need you. Lily needs you. Sebastian? Huh? You're awake.
Where are we?
Taken to a Mobius facility, we are back at the contraption. The dude from Gmod shows up and gives us a lore dump. Lily is the core this time, not Ruben. Lily has vanished and the world has been crumbling, just like the Ruben situation.
The Beacon Mental Hospital incident was an unfortunate setback. We needed to start with a mind that was pure and clean enough to support thousands of personalities. The mind of an innocent child. Her daughter is quite special. The most stable core candidate we've ever tested. Thanks to her, the new STEM has been a smashing success. Until recently.
And they need the washed-up alcoholic detective, Sebastian Castellanos.
A little over a week ago, Lily vanished. Just stopped sending signals.
Think about this, Mr. Castellanos. I am providing you an opportunity. Not only to see your daughter again, but to save her life. You can save her, or let her die. It's your choice.
No hesitation from Sebastian, back in the cum tub and back into a twisted world, alone. Or
I'll be out here for you. And someone else will be in there for you. Entry in 3, 2, 1.
it's like Kingdom Hearts, dude. The world stops. We are so back, boys. This little intro is incredible. This game has so much more sauce than the first one, and it really surprised me. Getting some conversations between Lily and Sebastian, and then flashbacks of the hospital.
Detective, we've got a call.
No, no, I don't want to go back.
What the?
Answering our radio, we get taken to our new safe house. A new police station with a little friend.
Huh?
He gives us a Polaroid of Sebastian and the family. We can find these Polaroids throughout the game and get more information for different things. We get our first goop, but for some reason it looks terrible. We got some goop! I don't know what they did to it. It has like 0 shine. Why does it look like a Skyrim item? Kidman explains that there are Mobius agents trapped in the world, and of course, she wants us to help them. For some god unknown reason, a mirror bursts open, and an oh-so-familiar light shines through.
Just like Beacon. Here we go again. Into the looking glass.
Starting off with a flashback, or a weird mental projection of Myra and Lily. I'm not too sure, but it's sweet.
Lily, what's wrong? It's okay.
No, dude, that's me.
Mom she can fix anything.
It's so uncanny though. I don't know why some of the cutscenes look a little weird. Sebastian's ears start ringing, and then we take control again.
You've been working too hard. It's making you delirious. Are you sure you're not coming down with something?
In a random building.
Is this the right place?
This game has a lot of sauce, folks.
What the?
This game's got some sauce.
It does a lot of things with the environment switching, similar to Alan Wake 2, the survival horror game from last year that was pretty loved. Scary pictures all over the walls, and then one of the Mobius members shot.
What the hell?
Stuck permanently in the position, like a picture, or I guess in this case a GIF. We walk into the photo to try to help this man. We can't though.
I don't want to go in there, dude. I don't know if we should do that, buddy, but...
Making our way further into the hotel, we find an actual picture of the same guy.
Sadistic. Whoever did this must have enjoyed it.
Is it a foot? Yo, Mikami, what are we doing here?
Find a secret bookshelf, and then continue through slowly decaying hallways, getting grimier every step we take. A phone rings.
Hello?
A man giggling on the other end. Up the stairs, we find a cult invitation.
Truth Seeker. Got some Scientology going on?
And then a locked door. That was the best jump scare in the whole game, by the way.
You bitch.
Damn it!
No, don't help her.
I find a monster house looking door and go through. Red curtains everywhere. I really like this whole section. A man runs out in front of us, someone being chased. The man with the camera. He stabs him while taking a selfie. Dude is a menace.
Oh, is he French?
We manage to sneak around him. One more door and we wrap back around into the same hallway. But now the place is just floating in the ether. The sound of a clock tower ticking. An eye?
There's a lot of shit going on.
But we ain't scared, so we go in.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of my footsteps on the wood. Oh, Sebastian hitting that thing. Oh my god, what is he doing?
All the doors were locked, so that was completely pointless. The atmosphere in this game has been turned up, much scarier than the first. The concept of the villain is unique and interesting. Pretty good setup so far. We follow the man into a giant art exhibit of bodies.
Christ.
And an elevator greets us. We break Sebastian's one rule of conduct. No elevators, and keep moving.
He kind of hits the stanky leg if you get him just right. Sorry. not the time or the place for this.
The man with the camera takes a little pic of us, but doesn't kill us. It's a pretty good picture, all things considered.
It's a good picture. It's not bad.
What the hell?
What the are you? Hey!
Our first chase sequence. We are so back, boys. This sweetheart is the Guardian. Don't let her touch you.
I want to look back so badly. I'm doing it. I shouldn't have done it.
We make our way into the vents like a little rat. Find one of our own.
Oh, that rat is toast. That... I knew it, dude.
And then we escape into a bright red room, sorta.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
We pick our poison with the camera dude instead, because who wouldn't? Then he throws a knife into our boy, casually taking the knife from our chest and stabbing the guardian.
Call an ambulance!
Barely escaping into the light. The light teleports us into a small house, dirty and covered in blood. Right before leaving, we find a gun, finally.
Oh my god, we're back.
Although it looks like it has 0 weight to it, literal plastic Nerf gun.
Why'd he pull that thing back like it was a plastic toy?
We get our first checkup call from Kidman. We're finally where we're supposed to be. But, of course, Kidman doesn't even know what's going on.
Sebastian, where have you been? We lost you.
Bad happening in here, Kidman. Baker is dead. It's like Beacon all over again. What the did you just send me into?
I don't know. We're in the dark out here. The more info you gather, the more I'll be able to help you.
Yeah. Sure.
The man we found dead was the team leader, so we have to look for more Mobius agents. We find someone else instead, though.
What the hell?
Oh. Hey! She had to have heard me.
We gotta investigate. Maybe she needs help.
Still as naive as ever, Sebastian.
Eat. Gotta eat. Skin and bones. Gotta eat. Clean your plate. You gotta eat.
Seb walks into a woman force-feeding someone.
Oh my god.
I don't think he likes her cooking very much.
He's trying, damn it.
This is one of the most disturbing moments in any of these games. We try to save this young man, but she charges us.
Oh. Yo. Damn.
We hit her one time and she goes flying, but of course she's not done. Her face now bursting with tentacles.
Oh my god. Hey. Woman? Hey. There's some two nice little crisp headshots.
We lay her ass out though, for real this time.
Spread eagle.
Then I ask some great questions.
Are these like fake people that they made for the town? Or are they real people that they put in the town?
Find some gunpowder and learn this game has a full Resident Evil remake crafting system before the Resident Evil remakes even came out. Truly ahead of its time. Making our way into a little town, we see a bunch of the agents being chased.
O'Neil, move!
One of them survives, at least. We gotta go help him. After solid snaking a few of them and getting into the building, we meet O'Neil.
Don't come any closer!
This bald man is one of the last agents alive and a technician. He threatens us at first, but we bitch him.
I'm just a technician.
I know.
Stop! Or I'll shoot! No!
A soldier would have taken the safety off.
We get some very Bethesda-like talking, even with choices. The choices don't matter really, they're just if you want extra information. We yap for a while, and then he tells us about a transmission he picked up.
Some signals nearby that resonate at the coarse frequency. Listen to this.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my...
Right?
Quiet.
Just stroking my shit.
Finally a lead, we have to track it. Chapter 3 starts off with another mirror in a hallway, with that music. We get transported back into our police station and get our trusty upgrading chair. And we get reunited with an old friend. It's all coming together, lads.
Hello again.
How are you here?
I could ask you the same question. Regardless, it's nice to see a familiar face.
Leaving our dome zone, we go back into the small town. The world is falling apart.
It's like Silent Hill.
Some parts completely floating in the air.
If it keeps breaking apart like this, there won't be any Union to search.
Welcome to our first open zone section of the game. The biggest change from the first game to the sequel, and the most controversial. Now, with the open zone parts, they give you a big area with missable weapons, quests, and upgrades. You get these signals throughout the game that you can lock onto with the radio O'Neil gave you, and they'll lead you to some sort of interaction.
Who's getting silly out here? Oh my god. What the f is wrong with you, lady? I missed.
Whether it's a boss fight, a weapon, or a side quest, there's a good amount of variety, and I genuinely enjoyed them. There are only 3 open sections in the entire game, by the way, and you don't even have to explore them. Again, I don't know why people complain about them. They're completely optional, and I think they're really fun and simple. I always felt like I knew where to go because of the signals, and it was always rewarding, either with loot or extra story. If you really don't want to interact with the open world, you don't really have to, but you'll be a bit underprepared and miss a lot of cool stuff, so I definitely would recommend exploring. The signals are moments in the past we can rewind and see.
Whoa.
The main signal goes to Lily's voice. We go and do a lot of the side stuff though, find weapons and NPCs. Unfortunately, they have neutered our boy the Crossbolt.
That thing is sexy. Oh my god.
Rest in peace, my guy. They made him a shell of his former self. It's actually the most disappointing thing about this game, I'm not even kidding.
That's the worst thing about this game. What?
Thing feels like a Nerf gun. Anyway, we find some silly lads.
Ooh.
Get attacked by a scary ghost lady that will randomly attack you just to keep you on your toes. Clear out a ton of buildings and find a whole ass sniper rifle.
Oh fuck.
And after 2 full hours of exploring side content, we continue to save our daughter. Sorry, Lily. I still missed the laser sight pistol. I'm so pissed. Following the trail to a gas station / diner, Lily is running from presumably the cameraman. We find one of her dolls in the back room and then get a vision of her. She ran into this room, trapped, but she's smart and climbs out the small window to get away. Skedaddling further away, following the trail, and we get attacked by the goofiest enemies in the game.
Boy, what the hell? Oh! Oh!
They're called spawns, a bunch of bodies merged together. They scurry around and they jump at you. Thankfully, they aren't as scary or OP as, say, a Licker from Resident Evil, so it's not too bad. We clear them out, sorta.
What is happening? Ooh, right in the mouth, right in the kisser. Oh, he's running away. Come here. Come here, you're not getting away that easy.
The signal leads into a small garage, and then the scary ghost lady appears.
Hey, I can't handle this. Oh.
Damn, it's that thing again.
Stop!
Eventually, we just get teleported out. I'm not even too sure if that was supposed to happen, but we find Lily's next step. She ran into the warehouse we had cleared out previously in the side content.
And I've already cleared all the enemies. Let's go.
So, it's completely safe. Damn it. We find another one of Lily's dolls. How many dolls can this girl carry, bro? She hides from, you guessed it, the cameraman. He catches Lily this time. He wants the core for some reason. He brings us to his mine, presumably, a hallway with his artwork. Before he posts cringe on main and takes us back.
Okay, well that was kind of silly.
Walking outside, he spawns or turns into a giant eye with tendrils surrounding it. Looking down at the floor, he spawns in some enemies, but we put the work on them and...
Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? I am. Oh shit. They're a little more angry than I anticipated.
Then get a call from O'Neill, the friendly bald Mobius agent.
Bastion.
You're still alive? I mean,
Wow.
you're still alive.
He tells us about a special frequency in City Hall, but there's a problem.
Wait, where's that?
Look up. Do you see a building with a big clock tower?
It's floating in the sky. He tells us to meet him back at the first safe house so he can explain how to get there, and we have to go through the entire town with respawned enemies, but...
Really?
So we put Sebastian's washed-up alcoholic cardio to the test. He passes with flying colors, literally has better cardio when he's off duty than when he's on duty. Reaching O'Neill, we learn that there are essentially one-way windows built into the system for the Mobius agents. We can use them to teleport to different areas of the simulation, called the Marrow, the world within the world.
Fortunately for you, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to work.
Also, at this point, the new voice actor is essentially blended in, and I like him. O'Neill gives us a gas mask to avoid a gas leak. Thank you, O'Neill. But I get a little sketched out by him.
But he's kind of weirding me out. I don't know why.
Running through the town, we avoid the spooky lady again, and avoid all the silly billies.
They coming out of damn trees.
Making it to the building with the computer, we can finally get to the Marrow. We talk to Kidman again, giving her an update. We tell her about the camera guy and the Marrow.
What have you got for me?
Good news is that I located O'Neill, and he was able to get me on the trail to find Lily. Bad news is that Union is literally falling apart around me. Oh, and that psycho I told you about got Lily. I'm getting ready to head into the Marrow, which you neglected to tell me about. Just as bad as Beacon in here. No, it's worse. My daughter wasn't stuck in Beacon.
My daughter was just dead.
Before we go down to the Void, I want to get some upgrades in. Taking us to the mine place, Tatiana has something for us.
Step right up and try your luck, detective.
Huh? A whole ass Resident Evil 4 shooting gallery, based on the first game.
Oh, it's like the Resident Evil 4 thing.
It's pretty fun, and you get some rewards, so you know I had to smoke them.
Who's doing it better than me?
Just around, detective.
It's ever gonna keep me down.
After that, we use the computer and transport into a black void. Some Scooby-Doo cyber chase shit. Eventually, it transforms into the underground bunker of Mobius. Welcome to the Marrow. We find a cool 3D print of the entire city of Union.
Damn, this place was giant.
Before continuing down further and further into the tunnel, unlocking doors with some Batman Arkham puzzles.
Oh, Jesus, I'm kicking my ass, dude.
We basically just clear enemies and find a ton of supplies this section.
What's that shot? Oh, damn, she's fast. Don't run right into my damn arrow, you.
Sebastian makes his way into a poop tunnel.
Jesus, the smell.
Poop tunnels. Welcome to the tunnels of poop.
We lower the poop and jump down. Yum. Finally getting to the gas leak mentioned by O'Neill. The game puts us completely in first person at this point. It's a pretty cool switch up, and it's kind of unsettling. We can't defend ourselves and just have to run. Sebastian finds a locked door, and we follow the wire on the ceiling to unlock it.
Well, gotta follow the trail.
Pretty easy. Not unscathed, of course.
Oh! Oh, get clocked in the mouth, bitch.
We run away from the Left 4 Dead witch and unlock the door.
No ass. That thing's got 0 ass. I'm out.
We climb up a ladder and take our gas mask off. We can finally breathe again. I wish they used the first person more because it's pretty cool, but you can just turn it on in the settings whenever you want. So we find another one of the Mobius computers that transports us to the Union City Hall area, right where we need to be to save Lily. We climb out of the Marrow right in front of City Hall, the cameraman waiting for us. And the big squid camera pops up too. Big Sky Daddy takes a picture of us and lets us in. The world shaking, like a nuke's about to go off, and then a Guardian spawns. And our first boss fight starts. I absolutely destroy her, first try, but it's a pretty fun fight. There's a lot of things in the environment to use, even one of the camera dude's traps we can use to freeze her, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, whoa.
It's just a matter of doing damage. Eventually, we put her down and continue into City Hall.
Right, oh, I got her. Is that it?
In the building, another Mobius agent, somehow alive. He's absolutely busted up. With his dying breath, he tells us to turn on an emitter to stabilize the environment we're in.
Must turn on the emitter. It will stabilize the environment. Without it, Union will completely collapse. Then the core won't matter. Turn it on. It will affect his power.
He hands us some type of radio before passing on to Valhalla, so we will.
We gotta revive him.
Making our way further, we find another one of his pictures, as well as our first puzzle. It's a baby puzzle. We just copy the picture on the left and recreate it with the old camera, opening the hallway. Appreciate the art written on the wall with pictures all over it. Different art pieces our antagonist has created, mostly bloody. After looking at the last one, they hit me with a nasty little sound jump scare of a cicada or something. I don't even know.
Appreciate the art. I'm looking at it. Oh, what the Hey, yo? What was that sound? That sounded like it was in my room. That was a good one.
The last picture is of Lily. The hallway expands. A newspaper clipping on the table. A woman found without her head. Sebastian says he remembers this cold case.
Remember this. Still a cold case.
Emily's longtime friend and photographer, Stefano Valentini, appeared heartbroken in the news. Stefano Valentini, the man with the camera. Mobius just can't resist putting little serial killers into their experiments, huh? How did he even get in here, bro? A picture of a door and his voice reveal.
Naturally so. It is my work, after all.
He snaps a few pics of us, and we get a nice little spooky sequence. I really like these parts. They aren't filled with cheap jump scares that ruin the tension. It's just pure environment and audio, and it's done really great most of the time. The room switching is very reminiscent of Alan Wake 2, like I said.
And I'm gonna turn around and the door's gonna be there.
Oh! But without the weird, shitty jump scares.
This is some good tension. I just hope they don't ruin it with a shitty jump scare.
Sadly, they can't resist either, and they do a silly one kinda.
Okay, well.
The head of the first victim, followed by a nasty reveal of the boss in this section.
Ooh, what is that?
Spoiler alert, it's one of the coolest bosses in the franchise in my opinion. We loop back into the puzzle room, the tension still blaring.
Ooh, this is like PT.
Into a red room, we find the emitter finally, and...
Restart sequence initiated.
the cameraman. Cameraman snaps a cold shot of Sebastian drawing his gun.
You've been searching for me for so long, so I have come.
What?
You're not the only person who wants her power. There is another, one far more deserving. One who can offer rewards you could never imagine.
He tells us there's someone else that wants Lily's power in here too, not just him. He thinks we want the power of the core, not to save our daughter. Thankfully, he would probably just use that against Sebastian. He leaves Sebastian with a nasty cut just to mark us. For some reason, he doesn't kill us. I'm not too sure why. So he leaves us to Obscura.
Son of a bitch!
What the fuck is that? Ooh.
She is nasty. Multiple bodies stitched together with a camera giraffe neck. She's crazy. We have to hide from her, choosing when to strike, hitting her directly in the camera lens. You do that over and over before the emitter starts. She'll jump at you, climb on the ceiling, hide from you.
Is she on the ceiling? Here. I'm confused. Oh! Ew! Ew! Dude, it has titties. Wait. What are we doing here?
All while making probably the scariest sounds in the whole game. After we take her out, not like that, we stabilize the emitter, turning the environment away from Stefano's influence. Leaving the city hall, we call Kidman outside and give her a little update. Kidman on the other side of STEM. She tells us she spent a lot of time with Lily when they were testing.
I spent a lot of time with Lily during testing. She's a good kid. I don't want her to suffer.
She gives us a little morale boost, and we tell her the name of the cameraman.
He said his name was Stefano.
Stefano. Copy that. I'll see what I can find out and send it to your room.
The end of the call marks the end of the chapter, not before seeing our next goal, the theater.
Think I might have just figured it out.
Back into the Marrow, Sebastian moves through the hallways of the experimental lab, not before saving, getting some more upgrades, and some more lore, pictures on a board of all the Mobius agents stuck in town, and the cameraman, a former war photographer, Stefano Valentini, a failed artist and photographer.
Take a look at some of the information I was able to dig up on your guy.
Yeah, that's him all right.
He's quite a flamboyant character. Seems he never reached the level of success that he wanted.
I know of another flamboyant artist who failed. Then he started World War II. Still needs to be stopped.
Was that a Hitler reference? Wait.
And Yukiko Hoffman, the Mobius team psychologist.
This one could be cagey.
Going through the tunnels.
Ooh, someone's getting head over there.
We open double doors into goo-filled hallways. Probably the nastiest environment in the game. The sounds are actually gross.
Someone came on all the walls, dude. Oh, we're like sticking to it like glue. I've been forced to walk a life of cum.
We get a flashback of Myra and Sebastian. She tried to tell him what she found, and Sebastian wouldn't believe it. How could he?
A secret society abducted Lily and staged her death? Do you realize how crazy that sounds?
But it's true. Why can't you understand that?
I know it's hard to accept, Myra. But she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
But I have proof. Look.
Myra, you're obsessed. You need rest. Once you get past this, you'll learn to accept.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
So that's why she left. Okay. So it wasn't the alcohol.
Immediately after, we see something.
Alright, I don't want to fight a cum monster, bro. This is too far. We've gone way too far here.
The Watcher, a white goo monster that you have to hide from. It's pretty cool, and the sounds are scary, but...
Ooh.
It's not really a boss. You just have to run. And I think it's pretty underutilized. I think they could add a pretty cool boss fight here. We completely fail at running away, but we escape, barely. Oh! It grabs us just before escaping. But it basically gives up immediately, making it through to another computer. Someone has been watching us on the cameras.
Lily.
What is she? Is she in the folder? She's trapped in there like Flat Stanley.
The Mobius agent that was mentioned prior, Yukiko Hoffman, the team psychologist. We give her some updates so she doesn't shoot us in the back of the head.
You're not one of us.
No, I'm not. Kidman sent me. Look, I'm here to help, okay? My name is Sebastian Castellanos.
You're lying. Sebastian Castellanos is dead.
What?
Am I dead?
Turn around. Do it slow.
You're Yukiko Hoffman.
She looks a little scary for some reason. We tell her O'Neill is alive.
But the only one I've found alive is O'Neill.
Liam is alive?
And she diagnoses Stefano immediately, and then recommends that maybe the best way to get to Stefano is through his art.
Maybe the best way to attack him would be through his art. Destroying something valuable to him could knock him off of his guard.
Tell me we're about to just belittle this guy.
We can talk to her more to get more info, but it's a lot of yapping. Conveniently, the computer we need to get to the theater is right next to us. Spawning in an apartment, we find a memory of a soldier, and a new open section. Attempting to walk up to the blocked entrance of the theater, Stefano's art pieces are in the way. Stefano threatens us with Lily. In order to unlock the area, we have to track down Stefano's art and destroy it. But we have a lot of open world stuff to do in Chapter 7. So let's get that done. Now this part is probably my favorite open section in the entire game. There's a lot of fun stuff to do and a ton of variety. It also didn't feel like it dragged as much as the other one, mostly because I did it correctly this time instead of wandering around like an idiot, not using the radio. But anyways, starting off, we find a locked box, presumably full of supplies. And we find a ton of enemies next to a leg or whatever this thing is of the squid. So much green goo. Oh, then off the top rope.
What, did they just take his soul? What happened?
We get another Guardian boss fight. It's pretty much just a copy and paste, but it's not too bad.
Hold up. I done found a loophole, you stupid. Learn how to climb. Oh my god.
We put her down after using literally every single bit of ammo we have.
Fall over! Oh my god.
After our hard-fought battle, I find a spooky diner.
Just keep doing it. Oh. Hey, calm down. It's gonna be alright, dude.
One of the Union citizens dead, with another flashback signal. We get a pretty cool scare in here, which I liked.
I was just in there. What do you mean it's locked?
After wanting to play a little tune on the jukebox, we turn around and now we're in Beacon.
Oh no, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
She goes into the mirror and we open a door. In the mirror, the reflection of old Sebastian from the first game. Looking through the reflection, one of the doors is lit up. Going through teleports us to a dark version of the same room. Going through again, and we can escape. If we get the wrong one, it'll just wrap us back around.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm back.
It's an alright puzzle. After that, our reward is some flashbacks of the first game. Some fan service. Also, another Polaroid. Back into the open zone, we explore some more trains.
Gotta be stuff on the train. Ooh. Ooh! Is that a nutsack? Brother. Really? On the train, dog?
Go down the street and get into a fight with some homeless.
Damn, bitch throwing hammers at me. Whoa. Damn! She should clock me in the mouth!
And find a new friend. Another Mobius agent. Sykes. We gotta save his ass, though.
Oh my god, that's a lot. I have the perfect way to deal with this. Everyone follow me on the other side of this fire. I have something very nice to show you.
We save him and go into the safe house. He's a Mobius programmer and he needs some more help. A new side quest we can do. We don't have to, but he needs us to restart a server. If we do, then we can unlock the locked boxes from the start around the map. And we might have a backup way out of Union. So I figure why not. Down the block and into the Scooby-Doo cyber chase. We turn the server back online and now we can access the locked boxes. It was really that easy. Last thing to do is clear up some final signals and finally get to Stefano's art. 2 new signals mark the paintings. Finding the first one in the background of a bar. Fitting. Sebastian goes to stab it, and something drags us in. A Shining-inspired carpet, but turned into camera lens. Classy.
Not the Shining carpet.
And the audio of Stefano making Obscura, the camera monster we fought earlier.
You shall be part of my Obscura.
A bloody hand holding a key at the end, as well as some enemies.
You bonobo ape? What the fuck?
Now we can unlock the gate and get to the art exhibit. It goes dark and electric barbed wire spawned everywhere. Finding our solid snake way through it, we destroy the first art piece. Across town in a hotel, we find another painting and do some more Mario 64 shit. In the painting, Obscura is back. We just sneak past, but it's butt clenching. I'm glad they utilized her a little more.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Eventually finding the key, more electric barbed wire, and we destroy the art. Finally, we can get to the theater. After chasing this failed artist around for 5 chapters, we can finally get our hands on him. Walking into the theater, Stefano is not very happy we destroyed his art.
My work? You expect me to bend to your will? They want to control me, manipulate me. You want to stop me, but you have failed. Because with the power of the core, I can create my art forever.
In the main hall, a bunch of Union citizens strap the chairs with bags over their heads. Stefano's last art project.
Oh, he kidnapped all the people to make him watch his art? God, you're a loser. I gotta start doing this for my streams, dude.
His eye pulsing like the squid in the sky.
The girl, where is she? I commend you for making it this far. If perseverance were an art form, you would be a master.
Enough art school bullshit! Where is she?
The core is safe with me. I took her on his orders. But once I realized the extent of her power, how could I possibly hand her over? What I'm doing is more important than mere personal gain.
Stefano mentions a he.
He could never understand this.
He? Who is he?
Someone ahead of him in the food chain.
He won't be around much longer. My work, however, will continue. Behold, my latest creation.
No!
That's some anime shit right there. He blows everyone's head up in front of Sebastian. Sebastian, not very impressed. He threatens Lily again.
How will I ever top this? Her fear is always inspiring.
I don't even think he knows we are her dad. He just thinks we want the power. The building explodes and we get a Batman Arkham Asylum Scarecrow sequence.
Alright, I like that.
Hiding from the light behind walls. I don't know what happens if he sees you because I'm a pro level gamer and I didn't let him, but I'm sure it's not great. We escape with our cheeks intact.
Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Skedaddle.
Back into the stairwell from the beginning.
We're back in the place we started.
Running through this time, all the doors are unlocked. Finally, we can get our hands on this little weasel.
No more running. No more games. Agreed.
He teleports around and throws knives at us, but it's actually kind of pathetic.
Shit.
He can take pictures of us, which is cool, but I absolutely destroy his butt and get to the second phase, ripping the walls away, exposing the giant squid dude. We pretty much just have to do the same thing again, but dodge his giant squid arms. He will also charge at you, but we kill him first try, because I'm the best gamer. He literally couldn't touch me. The squid eye fades, Stefano on the floor, crying about his legacy.
Destroyed my legacy. You made me into a masterpiece.
For his last trick, he wants to pull a Logan Paul, but
Must record it. If only I had my camera.
he's gone. Psych, he pulls his camera out and...
Ooh, Woody.
Thank God, I was gonna be so pissed if he got back up, bro. Killing him gets rid of the illusion.
Lily!
Lily sees us covered in blood.
No, you're not. Dad is dead.
We try to find her, but now we're the monster in her eyes. The red doors burst open. The cum monster is back. Or... a woman?
Come to Mother, Lily. I will protect you.
It's Myra, the old switcheroo. The real villain of the game, the reveal trailer, and the box art of the game.
Away. You can't have her.
Not Myra being the cum No! You whore. What have you been doing in here?
She takes Lily from us, and the real game starts now.
No!
Myra?
Waking up in our little mental detective station, a new voice on the radio. A man. We can't get in contact with Kidman anymore. Our normal save station is now a cult altar. The same logo we saw on the little invitation before.
Hey, where's my cap?
The altar with Lily's doll on it. Interacting with it flashes us to a different area, where we get bitch slapped by a fire rock dude. Now, this is where the game goes back to old familiar. This part is very like the first game's environments, dingy, dusty, catacomb-like areas. A new voice in our head. He welcomes us.
Welcome, Seeker. You have come for answers. I am here to help you.
At least this cult has manners. Deeper into it, rooms with blood floors, medieval torture devices, prison cells, and some questionable sounds. We find a crank, not too sure what it's for yet, and get our first few enemies of this section.
Whoa! That dude is in a hurry.
We start getting jumped by a ton of enemies, and a new variant. They have a mask or rock on their face, so bullets will straight up bounce off, having to use the sniper rifle to really make sure you get the one shot on them. After fighting for our life and using our trusty method, we use the crank and continue through the catacombs.
Damn. Someone lit that thing up.
Going down a mysterious ladder, we get more of the voice, telling us to descend further.
Only by descending can you rise again.
What's going on?
He hits Sebastian with some therapy sessions and throws us down the hallway.
You lost everything. Your failure to regain led to inaction, which led to despair. And despair led to self-destruction. You are your own downfall.
One thing, this is really small and stupid, but I like how the fall had impact on Sebastian, and how Sebastian holds his chest after, gasping for air. I feel like falling down through the hallway has happened in a ton of different media, but it never feels like it has any weight. This knocked the wind out of my boy. Anyway, lies we tell ourselves burnt onto the walls around us.
It's all your fault. You are a failure. Your daughter was lost because of you. You couldn't save her.
The same walls open up to us.
I can guide you to the lock.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
Sebastian's house in the dark, inky blackness. Lily bursts into flames, of course. And the Terminator grabs us, a new enemy. A Rockfire type Pokemon, the Disciples. They're a bit of a bullet sponge, but they're a good change of pace. You just gotta keep them at distance and light them up. Taking care of them, the voice mentions Stefano, a thorn in his side.
Stefano defied me, became a thorn in my side.
He wants to reward us for taking care of him. We can assume this is the he Stefano was talking about.
A thorn which you removed. For that, you will be rewarded.
Stefano. This guy knew him.
More bricks open, and our first big puzzle. It's like that old Uncharted 3 puzzle. You gotta spin the wheels in the correct order to make the symbol of the cult. Getting it right, the logo fills up with blood.
There's one of those in one of the Uncharted games, and it took me forever.
The man the voice has been coming from.
Sebastian Castellanos, you've finally come.
Who the hell are you?
My followers call me
Father Theodore. I cannot take this dude seriously with a name like Theodore. He roasts us a bit and tries to be philosophical, but Sebastian isn't dumb.
Another lunatic with a god complex, huh? I already killed one of you today.
Of course you did. That is how you deal with every challenge in your life. Through brute force and intimidation. And look where it has led you. To a hell of your own making.
Theodore wants us to join his cult to get to Lily, but Sebastian, as he says it, is not a follower.
Join me. You will be reunited with your daughter. Accept my invitation. I can lead you away from your own darkness. I can lead you to Lily.
Sorry, I'm not a follower.
So be it.
He lights the area around us on fire before we get washed out of the sewers with blood. And wake up to the sound of gunshots. And Lily? Now, let's get this out of the way. Of course, the most important thing in a video game is gameplay. It's the only thing that separates this media from others. And let me just get this out of the way. It's a very mixed bag. Now, calm down. Now, the evil within lovers, calm down. And the haters, you calm down too. You're both gonna get something to chew on here. I think this game's combat is a little worse than the first game in certain aspects, but hear me out. The feeling and the sound of the weapons just have no weight to them anymore. The pistol feels like a water gun, the harpoon gun feels like a Nerf bow. It's very odd. Some of the weapons feel fine, like the shotgun, but the majority of them do feel worse than the first game. I believe it's the engine change. Now, that doesn't mean it's not good, by any means.
Oh! Oh my god, she just got no-scoped.
It's still very Resident Evil, keeping distance and feeling your butthole cringe when they break that distance, managing resources, upgrading weapons and your skills, using the environment to your advantage. Very much like the first game, just expanded in all those aspects. The normal enemies have a lot of anger to them now, and I mean, they throw hammers at you, dude.
Damn!
The enemy variety is much better in this game as well. I enjoyed every boss fight in the game, unlike others. The worst part of the gameplay is the movement. I do not know what the they did here. Sometimes Sebastian moves like a spring chicken, no issues. And sometimes he starts tweaking. And I mean tweaking.
Ooh. What the hell going on with Sebastian? What the f going on? Sebastian tweaking. Why is he tweaking?
He will spin, he will distort, he'll do backflips. I don't know what the issue is here. My educated guess is an early bad version of motion matching, the animation technique that smoothly blends thousands of animations into each other, but in this game, it feels like there's maybe 100 different animations, so it will snap to one animation in a few frames. That's just my game theory. I'm not too sure, I'm not a game dev. Besides that, the gameplay is still good. If the combat and exploration was worse than the first, I probably wouldn't have completed the game.
Oh my god.
But I do think this game definitely could have used another year or so of polish, and that would have helped with the release coinciding with Resident Evil. I don't really know why they pushed them to publish it. Looking back, it literally makes zero sense. Now, the exploration in this game is really great. You never feel lost if you use the little do thingy to track the signals, and there's always a reward at the end. Another thing I like, but might be something others don't, I really like how the side content and the hidden stuff is almost indistinguishable from the main content. A lot of the times, I was confused if I was doing main missions or side stuff because how well they blended in. Some of them at least. I know it didn't land for everyone, but I genuinely liked the open area sections. And it's very ahead of its time. From this type of game design to the text and UI to everything, to the room switching, it's all so similar to recent survival horror games from years after this one was released. The first modern survival horror. I think that it's a good blend of open world and linear survival horror gameplay that never overstayed its welcome. But I do think that you can get lost and kind of ruin the pacing for yourself. But if you do it right, it does feel pretty great and everything is very rewarding. Anyway, back to it.
Wait!
Look who finally woke up.
A woman is the source of the gunshots. She's been protecting us for however long we were passed out for.
Who are you?
We gotta defend our little cabin with the mystery woman for a few minutes, and it's actually a pretty fun section.
I mean, do I really have to do anything? She's just f***ing them up. They're literally nowhere. You guys okay? The f does that mean, Sebastian? Oh. Oh my gosh, just get her ass beat. He's f***ing dead. These things are pathetic. Whoa!
After it cools down, we get some answers.
Is she the person that's in here for us? Not Myra?
She says her name is Torres, and she knows who we are. We take a little walk in the forest with her, and she tells us Kidman told her to keep an eye on us, of course.
Kidman told me to keep an eye out for you.
Kidman?
She said she would try to get your help if the plan went to shit.
But she isn't really with Mobius. Kidman has a separate plan from the one with Mobius. She just couldn't tell us in front of everyone, obviously. The plan is to take down Mobius and save Lily at the same time.
What plan?
Getting Lily out of here. And then taking Mobius down for good.
She also tells us that Myra was a part of Mobius, the one that actually made the plan with Kidman. That's where she left to, and that's why she's been gone for so many years.
So you're telling me Kidman had a plan to take out Mobius all this time?
Actually, it was your wife's plan.
Wait, Myra? So that's why she's here. She's part of Mobius.
Gonna have to duck. Don't blow your back out.
Whoa, dude.
She found out they had Lily, and knew the only way to take them down was from the inside. So she joined up and waited for the right moment.
All these years. That's where she was.
Torres also mentions Theodore. He was a Mobius agent as well, but once he got into STEM, the thought of power got to him.
Myra and Theodore.
Theodore? Father Theodore?
Father Theodore? I just call him Theodore Wallace.
You know him?
We've met, but he doesn't want to save Lily. He wants her for himself. Tried to talk me into hunting down Myra, too.
Once Myra and Theodore got Lily, Theodore and I were gonna get her out while Myra stayed behind to take care of Mobius. Kidman stayed outside and make sure we got out of STEM safely. Shit, it was supposed to be easy.
We hear an explosion in the distance, and then get a sneak peek of a new boss. A dude with a dope-ass flamethrower and some weird, nasty ballsack anteater mask.
Ew, dude, he's like an elephant seal. Yo, this guy's a badass.
Thankfully, we don't have to fight him right now, and just clear out some henchmen.
Torres is just kissing him.
Eventually, dropping into another hidden tunnel with a safe room. We chop it up with Torres, and she reveals she has a big old pile of explosives. I'm sure that'll come in handy. And then we make a new plan. The first step is take out Father Theodore.
So the plan is to take out Theodore.
Yeah, but I have to find him first.
To get to Theodore, we try to get in contact with O'Neill, the bald guy from the start of the game. Moving through the marrow, Theodore has somehow been altering the inside of the marrow and putting cold stuff inside of it. He has access to our little underground Scooby-Doo cyber chase place. Checking in on Hoffman, she's gone.
Hoffman, you here?
A signal reveals she went to find O'Neill. Great, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? We break Sebastian's rule again and go deeper into the marrow through an elevator. And before we go full Resident Evil mode, we get some more lore dumps from our Polaroids.
Kidman, it's me.
Read you loud and clear, Sebastian.
Mobius. A name. That was all I had to go on. Every avenue I pursued led to a dead end. And now I find out that they're everywhere. I don't understand how.
I told you before. You don't find Mobius unless they want you to. We knew you were looking. We were watching you. People need leadership.
People choose leaders. If they own all the media and politicians already, they should be out in the open. They hide in the shadows because they know what they're doing is evil.
But if people ever did find out the truth, who would believe them?
Yeah. The easiest way to hide a conspiracy is to make people think there's no such thing as a conspiracy.
That's called motherfucking boys!
Now, time for full Resident Evil mode. Bright white laboratory hallways, green tubes with the enemies we fight in them. The forbidden goop room.
Goop room? True. We found the room where they make all the candles. God.
The big supervillain door is locked, and we need a cerebral chip, literally a Neuralink.
I'm sorry. I need a Neuralink? Oh no. Oh, Jesus, it's Elon Musk.
We find some reports confirming the name of the new enemies are the Lost, instead of the Haunted this time around.
We have dubbed these affected citizens the Lost. Ah, so they're not the Haunted anymore, they're the Lost.
We get to the disposal room and there's a lot of bodies. Very nasty.
Oh.
And the spooky lady arrives, throwing us into a different environment. We have to hide behind objects before she lifts them. It's very finicky and the zero death playthrough ended right here. If we successfully sneak past, she throws a table with Sebastian on it, and we have to sneak again. This one is harder because it makes you go around the entire room and she blocks you like 4 times. Super annoying, but finally, we escape the radius of her sucking. Into a very Beacon Hospital looking environment. A note describing the psychologist that was mandatory for Sebastian after the incident. A way for Mobius to keep him in check and gaslight him. Down the stairs, the first game's events projected onto the wall. Sebastian from the first game on the table. His guilt manifested. His inability to move on from the events at STEM.
Nothing changes. My fault. Can't move on. Can't move.
He shoots the manifestation. He's a free man now. The trauma is no more. It's that easy, boys.
What was that? It felt different than the others. More real. Like something changed.
And we get our trusty revolver back. I like that. And we can finally get to the Neuralink.
Stop moving. It's like getting a shot on a deer. What the f? That was the worst shot I've ever taken.
We gotta steal it from a guy on a table that looks scarily like the dude from You. We nab the chip, and the lights go off. I thought something scary was going to happen, but nope, we just run through the door. Okay, they do drop one of these things, but that's it.
Slap that bitch in the face! Oh my god!
Finally, getting through, we hear some voices. But it's Yukiko?
Please, stop! Don't let him control you!
Just listen. Listen. His voice will tell you.
To resist him!
What the
Get back!
Who is that? It's the elephant seal.
And the anteater elephant seal, or O'Neill, they turned our boy into a villain. Theodore took over his mind and gave him a nutsack head with a sick-ass flamethrower. We gotta put our board down. This boss is pretty great and probably my second favorite. My favorite hasn't happened yet. You just do damage over time like others. You can freeze him with tanks, put out his fire with switches that drop water on him. It's a pretty easy fight if you have the ammo.
Right there. No! Ow!
He's a bit of a bullet sponge though, and I barely had any ammo, so it was kind of challenging.
Jeez. Dude was eating shots.
After we put him down, Yukiko appears out of thin air.
Get out of here. Where the f you come from?
He thanks us for freeing him from Theodore's voice. He tells us Theodore phase shifted. Alright, wrap it up. We f***ing lost. He says we gotta destroy the machine next door. The machine to hide Theodore is right next to us. That's very convenient. Rip O'Neill though, you're a real one. And we can pick up his broken flamethrower. I never found the other parts, so first the laser sight pistol and now the flamethrower. I suck. In the other room, a separate machine O'Neill was building. Further down, the machine O'Neill told us to destroy. Just another emitter?
What is it?
I'm not totally sure, but it looks a hell of a lot like the stable field emitter.
We call up our girl Torres and ask for some C4, a normal request. Destroying the machine ends the chapter and gets us closer to Father Theodore. For some reason though, we blow it up while literally standing right in front of it. But, you know, whatever. Theodore asks for the smoke, and we oblige.
Are you okay, Torres?
But, wait.
Torres?
Where'd everybody go?
Where'd you?
Sebastian.
I knew it! I knew it!
You refused to step into the darkness. You tried to bring me to the light. Your rash decisions have always been your downfall. Come then. I await you. You want to find your beloved daughter. Go there. See if it's everything you dreamt of.
The machine was a stabilizer. For some god unknown reason, nobody thought that maybe O'Neill was lying. Theodore throws us back into his world, teasing us and leading us deeper into the world with Lily's voice.
Oh God. Lily? You're here.
We lock onto the signal of her voice and follow it through a Dark Souls poison swamp filled with blood and a ton of enemies, even new bloated enemies that explode.
What the f is that? Go! Go!
Following the signal leads us to double doors we open by using the classic crank, not before being a little rat and exploring every nook and cranny. Through the giant gate, the trike for Monster House, and another big area.
Can I ride it?
We essentially do the same thing, but this time it's pieces of Sebastian's house scattered around, Lily's room in the middle. Touching the doll causes him to hallucinate even further.
Mom never gave up. Not like you. She tried to tell you. But you were too stupid to listen.
We go further and find a stairwell, going down into Sebastian's pity and blame, into Theodore's lair.
Now you come. When it's too late, you're always too late.
Lily, standing there. Obviously it's not actually her, but Sebastian's a father.
Lily.
She combusts the second we touch her and lights Sebastian on fire.
There she is. Your precious daughter. Isn't this what you wanted?
No.
I'll be alright. I've been here before.
Theodore tries to guilt trip us, but
To repeat the mistakes of the past. Unless you join,
we pull out the Glock and fire.
will you never learn?
Good job, man. Torres somehow drags us several hundred feet with a gunshot wound and holds off like 32 enemies. Makes complete sense. We fully pass out this time, in our home, before our life was turned upside down.
Delirious.
Oh my god, it was all a dream.
Myra?
It was all a dream.
Going downstairs, a letter from her. The same letter from the first game, explaining why she left. She got too close to the truth. Fake Myra gives Sebastian some closure, assuring him it's not his fault, because it literally is not.
All this time, all alone.
It's my fault. You tried to tell me, but I didn't believe you. Now I'm so messed up. I'm talking to an hallucination. I failed you. I couldn't save Lily from the fire.
There was no fire to save her from. You know this now.
Oh yeah.
This now.
Wait a minute.
But I couldn't protect her.
At this point, I almost forgot that nothing happened. I don't know if I'm just dumb or if the game is trying to make you feel like Sebastian. You get the revelation that nothing actually happened, but throughout the game he continues to tell himself that it's his fault. So you kind of forget he needs to move on in order to save his family for real this time.
What you're doing, it's like blaming yourself for an earthquake. It wasn't your fault. I forgive you. And Lily will too. But the most important thing is that you forgive yourself.
Forgive yourself.
Truly, a message all of us can use at some point. He forgives himself. Finally.
She's right. She's always been right. Theodore uses my own guilt against me. But guilt for what? It's their fault, not mine. They took everything from me. I didn't start any of this. But I'm gonna finish it. And God help anybody that stands in my way.
Wake up, Sebastian!
Chapter 13 starts off with us waking up to Torres absolutely bodied. Rest in peace. She helped us a lot, but she was kind of cringe, so thank you for the assault rifle. Hoffman says she died from the lost, but I'm sure the gunshot did not help.
The bullet wound was superficial. She died from injuries sustained in a battle with those things.
So it wasn't my fault.
Sebastian instantly falls into old patterns. I like this. It's very easy to slip back into the it's all my fault mindset, even if you had previously felt like you dealt with the issue. The second something bad happens, it's easy to go back into old patterns.
It's all my fault. Again.
No, man. Come on, you just got over that, big dog.
Hoffman lends a helping hand and gets us out of the gutter, a true friend. From here on, we go right to Father Theodore. Hoffman says a device O'Neill had could help us get through all the fire in the area, so that's our first step, to the Sanctuary Hotel.
I found a device in Liam's equipment room that should be able to help.
Great. Let's see it.
It's not quite ready. I still have to do a few tweaks.
Go do what you have to do. I remember there being a hotel near there. I'll go check if it's safe, then send you the coordinates. You can meet me there with the device.
Not before Yukiko drops a bombshell. Torres thought she owed Sebastian, because she was the Mobius agent that took Lily and burned the house down. Bro.
Esmeralda is the operative who took Lily from your home and burned it down. She's felt guilty ever since. That's why she joined Myra.
That's the entire reason she was helping. Kind of insane that this one giant piece of plot is hidden in a side conversation that most people will miss and I almost missed.
She sacrificed herself for the plan. She made her amends.
Walking out into the street, the entire place is up in flames, more unstable than ever. In the third open area of the game now, a reskinned version of the second area with multiple of the flamethrower guys, with new loot and all new enemies. We give Kidman an update and then we go check in on Sykes from earlier in the game. Sykes is still alive, so that's a good sign. He found his back door. He asks us to turn the power back on for him, and in exchange he will tell us how to use it, if it even works. So we go ahead and do that real quick.
Better call Sykes.
Oh god, he's gonna get like vaporized or something.
I left you something in there for helping me. I'm not gonna need it where I'm going. See you.
What does that mean? He's gone.
And continue on to our main path. We make it to the hotel and wait for Yukiko with O'Neill's little experiment. Basically, a force field we can use to protect us.
What the hell is that?
We approach the wall of fire.
I'll have to carry and operate it from here. It should protect us from the fire, but it won't stop those things in there from trying to kill us.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
While making it through, we get rushed by a ton of enemies and have to protect Hoffman.
I see one. I see one. Come here. Come here. Bam!
Midway through, the stabilizer starts messing up, but we hold it out.
And we're dead.
Getting to the giant double doors ends the chapter. There are a lot of double doors in this game. Not before...
I got it!
We gotta go, now!
Just keep lighting them up. Oh, they're fast. Kind of waddling.
We lose Hoffman. Rest in peace.
Let's go! Get Lily!
Hoffman, no!
Finally, in Father Theodore's church, the lone soldier, Sebastian. We gotta make this loser pay. P.S. Where is Myra? We kinda just forgot about her, but, you know, whatever. He's in our head again. But this time, Sebastian has the power of therapy on his side.
You've come back to me, Sebastian Castellanos.
Yeah, but this time it's different. You're not getting away.
We warm up the shot to fight the father in the shooting range and continue the journey.
I'm coming for you, Theodore.
Up some stairs, Theodore keeps trying to play tricks on us.
You'll never get there. Just like the last time you wanted to save her.
Damn it. You're not gonna get to me.
A ton of his little fired up henchmen try to stop us, but we're a different animal entirely at this point in the game. Skedaddling away gets us closer to Theo and closer to the coolest part of the game.
I'm skedaddling.
The father explains his plan and once again begs us to join, but we stand tall.
To control Union is to control them. To control them is to control the world.
If you think I'm gonna help an asshole like you take over assholes like them, you're even crazier than you look.
Running into an area that is very reminiscent of the first game's area with Laura, using the same little switches to switch the direction of the fire, just like in the first game. Theodore is not very happy we denied his offer.
Because of your refusal, I have no choice. I will dismantle this world. I will and I will murder her in front of your daughter.
Not if I kill you first.
What makes you think this time will be any different?
I'll keep coming back until one of us is dead.
Come to me then. Let the carnage begin.
This build-up is pretty hard, and then it just edges us. No boss fight at all.
That was hard. Come on. You can't. It's boss fight time right now. Like right this instant.
But do not fear, we do get the coolest moment in the whole game. Theodore tries to guilt trip us again, but Sebastian's a new man.
If it's a taste of despair you wish, a taste of despair you shall receive.
You did this to me, Dad. You didn't save me.
I'm gonna make it right again.
Michael Chandler front kick. BAM!
I love you so much, Lily. I always have. And I always will. And I'm gonna save you this time. I promise.
The power of love prevails. So instead, he uses the trauma of the hospital, one of the only things Sebastian has not fully moved through.
You have a deep well of fear from which to draw. You've seen many horrors, and they still haunt your memories. Remember where this all began. Remember Beacon.
Ringing starts again. Flashbacks flood Sebastian's mind like an avalanche.
Yes, you remember it all.
And then, there we are. And there he is. He's back.
Big Brian, you fat bastard.
We run again, just like we've done so many times, but this time...
What?
Sebastian ain't no bitch.
Enough of this shit!
No more running. We give this dude a taste of his own medicine, for real this time.
You think this will stop me?
Get to do it to him? Oh, we get to walk up to him?
This is such a cool moment, genuinely. I did not expect this at all.
Fuck you.
The Keeper's sound rings out. He drags us through the vents with the barbed wire. He's back too, and in HD quality. We freeze him and light him up just like the first game, avoiding his bursts of energy.
Uh-oh.
Still such a cool boss fight years later, until two more spawn in.
Sniped.
Hello?
Oh, what?
Dealing with these two goobers gets us to the final challenge. Laura. Changing the entire environment back to where we beat her originally. She's a little slower this time around, but using fire again by flipping a switch in the middle, taking care of her reveals it was obviously Theodore taking shape of these traumas. He runs away in fear.
What are you?
He's gay! What else have you got?
Finally, we can... There's our wifey. She's been completely corrupted by this world. Hell-bent on protecting Lily, not knowing that she's the only threat.
She must stay safe. I will protect Lily from anyone who wants to take her.
Theodore tries to get a checkmate off on her, but she's too powerful.
Not the pimp cane. No.
No!
The power of the core is mine.
Finally, Theo is gone. But
Myra's sick like that? Oh, turning the stone.
there's one more issue. The only threat to Lily now in Myra's eyes is us. she completely destroys the environment, ending the chapter.
Myra!
Sebastian wakes up in pain, Union completely destroyed, and Myra gone. The environment is completely different, sprinkled with white pulsing goo. Get drunk one time, Sebastian. Ash or snow falling down, a white haze over everything, stuff floating in the air, literal Elden Ring location. We find Myra a few floors down. Sebastian tries to reason with her, but she's just too far gone.
I know you're still in there. Stop it! Damn it! You have to listen to me!
She's about to kill us when something stops her. She glitches back into her real self for some reason.
You gotta fight it!
I have to protect Lily.
Already did, Myra. Stefano can't hurt her. Neither can Theodore. They're dead.
I guess that was her last try to get Sebastian to leave.
Sebastian, now. Leave.
No, I'm not leaving you and Lily in this place!
We follow her through the last bits of the city, fight actual rock monsters. They're insane bullet sponges, and I hate them. The hardened goo falls, so we can move on. Finally, Myra.
There she is.
And my favorite boss of the game, the effigy.
Whoa! Yo, this thing's crazy!
A multiple armed goo monster with a telephone pole sticking out of its body. The design of him and the overall fight is so sick. The light shining off of him, the sound he makes. It's nothing too crazy, but he's just so much bigger than you, it's nerve-wracking. You just shoot the little red spot and eventually he falls over.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, he's dead! Let's go! That's my favorite boss in the whole game.
After defeating the effigy, we drop down and see Myra.
Myra! Where are you going?
I won't let you hurt Lily.
Hurt her?
She tells us not to hurt Lily. She's completely gone at this point.
I'd never do that. I love her.
Your love can't protect her. Only I can do that. I told you to leave.
She lifts everything up and creates a sinkhole. What is she on, man? We hold on for as long as we can, but there's nothing we can do.
Can't catch a break.
Waking up in the snow, or ash, or goo? Aw.
Is this snow or goo?
The prettiest environment in the whole game. This beautiful, sad music blares. Our house at the top.
Is that our house?
A vast open area like a desert, sinkholes, bits of every environment we've explored throughout the game. Signals spread around the area, giving us last bits of context. Myra, Kidman, and Theodore talking about the plan.
Union is running so smoothly that they're not monitoring it as closely.
Once she's out, we'll be as good as invisible.
Are you sure about this, Theodore? Someone as high-ranking as you. If you get caught...
I've made my decision, Kidman. I can no longer stand idly by while they use that poor girl for their selfish needs.
Son of a bitch knew what he was doing before he even came in here.
The plan was for Myra to become the core. She was going to sacrifice herself to save Lily.
Are you sure about this, Myra? Once you become the core, you'll be... I know. But if I don't, they'll just hunt Lily down and put her back inside. I can't let that happen. Just promise me you'll get Lily to Sebastian when this is all over? I promise, Myra.
Another signal. Theodore betraying Myra. That's when the world started breaking.
What are you doing?
Did you really think I was going to let you destroy Mobius?
No!
They may be short-sighted, but they're far too valuable to me. When I control them, when I control them, only then will they reach their full potential. Now, give her to me.
Over my dead body.
If that's the way you want it.
Our last chance to upgrade and save. We say goodbye to our little friend.
Oh.
I'm afraid that this will be the last time I can help you.
You've been here for me the whole time. Both times.
Maybe I've been with you longer than that.
What do you mean? Who are you?
I'm who I've always been. I'm who I'll always be. I'm who you turn to when you need inner strength.
And when this is all over?
When this is all over, you won't need me again.
Because this will be over? Or because I'll be dead?
The same answer applies either way.
Inching closer to the house on the hill, Myra is standing there on the driveway, waiting for Sebastian. She wants to keep Lily in the machine. She's fully gone.
Myra? Is it you?
Sebastian.
She's capping. She's capping. Nope, don't do it.
Why are you fighting me, Myra?
You don't understand. This is our new home.
I'm alright.
We'll be safe here. Happy. Free from fear. Free from pain.
No, Myra.
Sebastian drops some wisdom, but she's not budging.
Pain is part of real life, and so is love. If she stays in here, she won't live a life free from fear, because she won't be living a life at all.
You don't understand the things they did to her. I can protect her.
No, please, let me take her out of here. Let's do it together.
No! I won't let anyone take her from me!
We still have time. We can leave. I am not gonna leave Lily here. Please.
Anyone who tries must die!
Don't make me do this!
The final boss fight is his own damn wife. He quick draws her ass, John Marston style.
Oh, right in the skull. Oh, he's too quick with it.
That just made her mad though. She transforms into a literal titan.
Oh, you got some nasty toes, Myra. Oh. What the? Myra. Let yourself go, sweetie. Ah!
We have to shoot the inside of her chest.
Come here. Ah. Let me in. Let me in those guts, literally.
I ran into a bit of an issue in this fight where I ran out of ammo, but thankfully, these fallen soldiers on the battlefield, possibly Myra's exes, have ammo inside of them.
Do they have ammo? Oh, they do! Wow, thank you.
Doing it a few times, she shoots out f***ing baby Myra Longlegs.
There we go. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! No! Ah! Oh! Are they little Myras? Oh, dude.
Sebastian, brother, it's time to leave. Now we just have to shoot the spots on her shoulders. This part is very finicky and I couldn't hit them to save my life, but we eventually figured it out.
Myra, we could just get a divorce. Come on. Bottle warfare.
Shooting her right arm off.
Oh my god. Last bullet.
It writhes around on the floor and then runs at you, like those things from Elden Ring, and grabs us.
Where'd I get this ammo from? Plot ammo.
We destroy her arm and now she's very mad. She grows a giant prize claw from her back.
Well, that's not fair.
Also, sprouting out little goo claws from the ground. Avoiding all that buffoonery, we shoot her left arm off now.
Got her ass. Hey, like that? Dumb bitch.
The last bright spot we need to shoot is right on her face. We walk her down and...
Walked her down.
It's over.
You look stunning, Myra. Wow.
Just kidding. She tries to grab Sebastian. Now she's gone. The goo flows through, eventually melting her completely.
Oh, I turned him into meat wad. Oh.
Sebastian, walking into what is seemingly his wife, melted into goo.
It's a bunch of goop to make candles with. She got turned into a Capri Sun.
He finds her hand sticking out and saves her, finally reunited but unsure if she's alive.
Myra.
He asks one time and she wakes up.
Myra. Please.
That was easy. She thanks us and tells us to get Lily. For some reason, she thinks Sebastian's just gonna leave her. We literally don't need to, at all.
I'm so glad you're alive. You have to take Lily. Get her out of here. It's too far. Leave me.
You're like 110 pounds, probably. Oh my god, shut up.
Go. I'll follow. I'll meet you there.
The entire time we've been talking, we could have been making progress. For some reason, Sebastian actually leaves her. This is the dumbest part of the whole game. Climbing to the very end to Lily, probably about 100 meters. Without Myra, by the way. We walk into the house and get a slick transition into a Kidman section. Right at Morbius headquarters, Union has taken way too much damage, and it cannot be restored. We win, kinda. They still want Lily, though.
Wait! The core's been located. The marker is approaching her.
Excellent. Instruct the marker on how to re-establish the core.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, sir, but it's too late for that. The environment has taken too much damage. Even with the core back in place, total collapse of Union is imminent.
So be it. We still have STEM. We can start again. But we need the core. She's too valuable to abandon.
On a camera next to Kidman, Doctor's ready to kill Sebastian at any moment.
Uh-oh.
Kidman the goat isn't gonna let that slide though.
Kid, call your man and give him instructions.
Well, I guess this is it, kid.
Kid, did you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
Is that insubordination I'm sensing? Once he's back in the real world, he'll become a liability. Now, call him and tell him where the extraction point is.
Oh, she's been ready.
He signed his death sentence the moment he entered STEM. Now, do as I've ordered, or you'll be signing yours as well.
No.
A shame that you'd attempt to betray us. I had such hope for you.
Kidman 007's two of the dudes, and we get a Kidman shooting sequence. What the? It's really weird and out of place, but it's pretty fun, and the pistol actually has some weight to it. I don't know where this was in the real game, but her running away we get another switch to Sebastian.
Lily!
Lily asleep in her bed, safe and sound. Something Sebastian probably thought he'd never see again.
It's me, Lily. I'm here.
Is it really you?
It's really me. I'm here to take you home.
You mean we're not home?
No, baby. But we will be soon.
So tired.
Myra mustered the strength to walk up the hill, but she wants to stop them fully. The plan isn't over.
I've got her. Come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm sorry, Sebastian.
What are you talking about?
I can. I'll carry both of you if I have to. But I'm not...
Mobius has to be stopped.
Morbius. She tells us every Mobius agent is linked to the STEM. She can destroy the STEM, and every member in one move. But she would have to become the core.
Lily will always be in danger, unless I destroy them.
Okay, fine. I'll wait. Once Mobius is gone,
It doesn't work that way, Sebastian. It can only be done from inside. STEM is more than just this place. All of Mobius are connected to it via the chips in their heads. Once I assume the power of the core, I can transmit a signal just as Union collapses. A signal that can take Mobius down once and for all.
Obviously, Sebastian doesn't want that.
So what happened? Why did you become the giant cum monster? I don't understand.
No other choice. This is part of the plan. It always has been. I'm sorry.
Myra.
Shh. Just promise to take care of the little one. Never let her forget how much her mother loved her.
Myra. There's so much I want to say to you.
She's been watching us since the first game. She knows the hell that we've been through. She just wants him to be okay.
I know how you've suffered, what they did to you, what I did to you. You didn't ask for any of this. You've been into hell twice for it. It's time for you to leave now. To live the life that was taken from you.
We have to go.
I love you, Myra.
I love you too. Both of you. That's why I'm doing this. But there's no more time. You have to go, now!
Come get me, assholes.
Kidman takes on even more Morbius agents. She runs into the room Sebastian is in and absolutely jols the two doctors. Immediately, no hesitation.
Damn! Cap, dude, don't.
The dude from Gmod watching her from the top. He tries to understand why she doesn't want all this power.
You had such potential. You could have amassed such power. And now you choose to throw it all away. Why? After all you've seen, all you've done, why the crisis of conscience now? Is it for the detective? For the child?
No. It's for me.
She's sick of being used, all the betrayal she's done, all the bullshit.
Is needed. Imagine it.
You're begging, so I win.
A unified consciousness for all mankind. No more wars. No more disparity. No more pain.
That's just not true. What are you yapping about?
No going back now. I hope you were right, Myra.
Sebastian,
Kidman, I've got her. Where do I go?
get to your room.
But Myra's staying behind. You know why.
We have to run to our detective room. The light in the distance. A beacon.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. Oh my God. My God, it was almost all over right there.
Back with Kidman, she absolutely mogs this little idiot. He throws a bit of a tantrum because her plan is working a little too well.
A world without choice isn't a utopia. A hive mind only works with a queen that controls it. Join us or die? Well, guess what? There's a third choice. And that's fuck you!
What a bar.
Shame to have to lose you like this, kid.
You thought that I was just flying by the seat of my pants here? I took my chip out 3 days ago.
No matter! You'll die today. One way or another.
Come on, Sebastian. We're almost out of time.
Sebastian barely makes it. Into the mirror we go.
Take the cat and go, Lily.
One last flash of Myra. She succeeds.
I love you both. Now you'll be safe.
I salute you, soldier.
One button press from Kidman and it's all over. The power shuts down. All of the agents that were cutting the door down, dead. The Gmod guy at the top, suffering in pain, bleeding from every hole. Dead.
Oh.
Sebastian out of the cum tub finally, after 20 hours.
Take it easy, Sebastian. You're safe now.
Lily. Where's Lily?
I need your help getting her out. Stand over there.
We can finally take Lily out of the core, and we do. Thankfully, she's not a brain in a jar like Ruvik was.
Man, she's doing her best.
Dad, is it really you?
Yes, Lily. It's really me. know, Lily. But you're awake now. The nightmare's over. There's nothing to be scared of anymore. It really is, isn't it? I'm not still inside there, just thinking I'm...
It really is over. Thanks to Myra. Come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
The nightmare is finally over. Sebastian has his daughter again. Kidman's free. Myra, she did. Sacrificed herself, and it worked. And the hero's journey is complete. Thank you, Myra.
We beat the game, Ruby. We beat the game. Let's go.
After the credits, we get a little Marvel post-credit scene. Sebastian, looking like a normal dude for the first time ever. Kidman gifts Lily a doll of Myra before we say our final goodbyes. Sebastian really got the decent ending here, folks, and I'm glad. They drive off and are able to live a normal life for the first time in a long time. But not before. A flash of the STEM system. Back online. Data recovery. You really thought they wouldn't have a backup? And there it is, The Evil Within 2, the last horror game related to Shinji Mikami. After 7 years, I truly think this game holds up insanely well. Even in the face of all the fantastic survival horror games that have come out in the past 7 years, I think this thing has aged well. The worst thing, like I said, is the movement. In real combat, it never really got me killed or hindered me, but just trying to be immersed in the slower sections of the game, it really ruined some of that. Kind of felt shorter than the original. I don't know if that was just me or if the pacing was just that much better than the first. It makes the first game's story better, and sets up for another game with ease, where they could pretty much go in any direction they want. Will they? Who knows? As of right now, there have been a ton of rumors of a third game, as well as Tango Gameworks put some Evil Within Easter eggs into the game Hi-Fi Rush, but unfortunately, Shinji Mikami left the studio a while ago. And while editing this video, Tango Gameworks was shut down by Xbox, and the Evil Within IP left to die. Xbox, you suck ass, and you too, Phil. I really hope Xbox does something with the IP. If somehow a Tango employee watches this, you made fantastic games and it's so unfair. It literally doesn't make any sense. Thank you for making all these worlds we love. These 2 videos I've made would not have been possible if you crazy wild people didn't make these games. So thank you, Tango. You small little snail, you. I hope whatever Shinji works on next is great, and hope the Evil Thing gets a third game. And I think it would do way better in current times. Anyway, I think this game is very underrated, as you can tell, especially from people that enjoyed the first game. I think the open world sections really overshadowed the fact that this is just a better Evil Within. Bigger, easier to understand, more of an artistic direction and story to it than the first. Again, not all things hit. The weird Bethesda dialogue choices, the weird animations and the very weird weightless guns. But the bigger bosses, more variety, and better writing really shines through. After years, here we are, still waiting for another. While the genre moves on, while the gaming scene moves on, and while we all move on, I can't help but think, man, The Evil Within 2 really was one of the first modern survival horror games. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it this far, you are the type of person I make videos for, and it means the world to me. If you enjoyed my ranting and dumb jokes, please leave a like and let me know what you think. It helps so much more than you know. I appreciate the support on the first video so much. It's been a dream and I'm just getting started. Stick with me, boys. You guys are the best. Until next time, love you.